From the moment you squeezed into this world, nestled between silk pillows and a suspiciously ornate cradle, you knew you were destined for something special. You see, in the Ottoman Harem, being born was less about crying and more about realizing you'd entered a bizarre game show where the prizes were beauty, secrets, and a lifetime supply of veiled gossip. Your childhood was a whirlwind of confusion. Imagine being surrounded by women who whispered secrets louder than they giggled, all while trying to learn the delicate art of not slipping on the marble floors. Your only friends were the carved wooden screens and the stray cats that somehow managed to sneak past the guards. Playtime was banned unless it involved curtsying or perfecting the art of holding a fan without dropping it. Because, heaven forbid, you show a hint of clumsiness in this palace of perfection. As you grew up, you discovered that the real sport of the harem was survival. Like a twisted version of The Bachelorette, but with less romance and more backstabbing. Every woman was trying to outshine the others with a smile that could cut glass, a dance move that could distract the Sultan, or a whispered secret to the right confidant. It was less sisterhood and more Game of Thrones with more veils. If you ever thought beauty was enough, think again. Here, beauty was just the opening act. The real prize was the Sultan's fleeting attention, and trust me, that was rarer than a snowstorm in July. When you were old enough, they started the grooming process. Think of it as a beauty contest where the judges could decide your fate at any moment. You learned to smile sweetly while your inside screamed, "Why me?" You mastered the art of looking innocent while plotting your escape, or at least your survival. Every day, someone was trying to steal your place, whether with a scandalous rumor, a well-timed compliment, or an elaborate scheme involving poisoned perfumes. Then came the day you were summoned to the Sultan's chambers, like being called to the principal's office, but with more silk and less clarity. Your stomach did somersaults. Was it about to be chosen, or was this just another elaborate test to see if you could hold your nerve? Turns out it was the latter. The Sultan, a man who had more wives than shoes, looked at you like you were a shiny new toy, except, of course, he might toss you aside the moment something shinier came along. And so, you became a part of the strange, glittering, tragic circus. You learned to dance with danger, flirt with fate, and hide your true feelings behind a veil of politeness. The palace was a place where love was a foreign language, and the only thing that mattered was who had the Sultan's ear, and more importantly, who didn't. If you thought politics was complicated outside, try navigating palace intrigues where every smile could hide a dagger and every compliment was a trap. Time marched on, and so did the years. Your youthful glow faded. Like a beautiful sunset, it was replaced by wrinkles, regret, and the realization that you had been a pawn in a game you didn't understand. The younger girls came in, full of hope and naivety, and you watched them like a cautionary tale. Stay innocent, you wanted to scream, because once you're in, the only way out is through the back door, and even then, they'll probably just pawn you off to some other palace or a distant village. Eventually, the day came when you were no longer needed, like an old, dusty jewel that no one wanted anymore. You were quietly pushed aside, sent to sit in a corner of the palace where the sunlight barely reached. Your beauty had been auctioned off, your worth diminished. You were a relic, still alive, but forgotten, like the last chapter of a book no one rereads.